let's get into it. You got SD, Jade, and Emily. The big play. All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. The only person I really is familiar with out of these three is probably Emily. Because of course, if you're in these YouTube streets, you already know Emily done had some dealings with Cam, talk too much or whatever. You know what I mean? She done had some dealings with Sean G, to where I guess she's some say she a white girl, some say she's a biracial girl that looks white or whatever. You know what I mean? Kind of a bigger woman, and she got money. They claim she got money or whatever. And I guess she met up with Cam, and I guess Cam must have finessed a little money and got with her, whatever. And she got with Sean G. I guess he got a little money, you know what I mean? And then I ain't really hear too much about her after that. I know that I would hear those stories back and forth, and then of course, once Sean G and Cam started going through their shit, Emily name will always come up. You always hear about Emily and who stole Emily from who and who got more money and all that, right? So Emily name was kind of dead in the YouTube streets for a minute. You feel me? Now SD, you know, which is short, I guess, for South Dallas. I've seen him around. You know what I'm saying? I think him and Queen 88 had a little difference. I think they was beefing at the time. And I would see him argue with different people and, talk his shit. I ain't really know too much about him. I never knew who Jade was, his girl. I never knew who Jade was. So when they all popped up, I'm kind of like, okay. And then how I came across this story, I think I was in Gigi with the juice. I call it Gigi with the big butt. Gigi with the juice had SD and Emily up there. And I know SD, I think, is a little inebriated. I guess that's how you say it. I guess he off the liquor or whatever. And Emily and SD allegedly is in the same hotel room. I guess they met up. They getting it popping. And the girl Jade is on Cam's live at the same time. And then this is how I figured out that SD and the girl Jade was in a relationship for a couple years or whatever, lived together, recently broke up. I guess she kicked him out or some shit. Because they say SD, I guess, got a good job, got money, some shit. I know I keep hearing that. But I guess SD is in the hotel room with Emily. They got it popping because Emily is saying, this and that, about, him and, what I mean, talking about him sexually. So I guess they got it popping. Jade is on Cam Live saying, oh, that's, fucked up. He with that dirty bitch, whatever was said. So, SD's up there. You can tell he drunk. He's up there talking. Emily's talking shit, back and forth. So later on in the night, Jade, I guess gets in her car or they calling around trying to figure out what hotel SD is in, because he was supposed to meet up with Queen 88. They were supposed to go out for drinks and hang out on some bro sis shit. But he never called, I think, Queen 88 back or some shit like that. So Queen 88 was like, yo, we gotta find him because I don't want him to get in trouble because, that's another thing they say about Emily is like once she fall out with you, she kind of like put these accusations on you, kind of like on some white girl Karen shit. So she was like, yo, I'm telling you, he gonna fuck around and get in trouble. Fucking, we got to find him. So I guess they got on the phone and tried to figure out what hotel he was at. So I guess Jade got in her car, pops up at the hotel. She figured out what room they was in. She's banging on the door. And I guess another young lady, I can't think of her name, she told Emily not to open the door. You know what I'm saying? So she never opened the door. So I guess Jade, and somebody said something about Jade had a bonnet on or some shit. She showed up like a black girl, I guess, with the bonnet on and shit, ready to scrap. But the Emily wouldn't open the door. But Emily was talking shit though. She was doing what them, the white girls or biracial girls do. She was talking shit, but she ain't open that door for that black woman though, right? So that happened. I guess Jade go home. Shit dies down. SD gets up the next day. He's on, I forgot who live he was on. No, I think he was on Mahea's shit, in the lab. Shout out to them. And he's telling them what happened, whatever, whatever. They talking. And, Jade is back on cam shit. They talking. And then somehow, I might be getting the days mixed up, but then they winded up on in the lab together. Jade and SD. So they talking, and he talking about, oh, I'm tired of you. You always doing this. You always trying to hurt me and all that. And then she's saying, no, you always fucking up. Doing, how exes go back and forth. And he was like, yo, you trying to kill me. How you find out what hotel room I'm in? So he trying to say, you trying to kill me. How did you find out where I'm at? So they doing that shit, going back and forth. But the whole time, he kept saying, yo, these niggas trying to kill me, bro. Yo, if they want to go to war, fuck it. I'm like that. I bust my gun. I this, I that, talking all that shit. But he would occasionally bust out into laughter. So then that's what made me think, and a few other people think, especially Coolin, shout out to Coolin, we thinking, yo, this might be a play. This might be fake. Cause then somebody pointed out, like, yo, how do you know SD and Emily was really in a hotel together? Like, they didn't get on camera and show, like, yo, he's sitting right here, she's sitting right here. They never did that. So, but I noticed every time he would say, yo, these motherfuckers trying to kill me. I don't give a fuck. Come get me, da da da. He would bust out laughing. So I'm like, yo, if you saying someone's trying to kill you and you keep screaming about, yo, how did this woman find me, da da da, they watching me, but you keep laughing, I'm thinking it's a play. Cause trust me, if you concerned about your safety and a motherfucker tracking you and finding you, ain't gonna keep laughing. So I don't know, man. Honestly, I think this was a play because I never seen SD and Emily get on camera together. And like, yeah, Jade, I guess because I didn't see it at that point when she went and knocked on the door. I just saw the picture. She showed a picture of her car parked outside. I don't know, man. Either way, I still think it was a play because nobody's gonna feel threatened like somebody's trying to kill them or trying to set them up and keep laughing. He kept busting out laughing, so I don't know. So, but ever since then, that story kind of died down. And you know how Coolin is. Coolin, how she said it's the big play for the small play. Some shit. I forgot how she said it for the underplay. She always say you do the major play for the under. It's some kind of saying. So she don't believe the storyline. She was like, yo, it's bullshit. I thought the story was real, but what making me think that the story ain't real is that he kept laughing. Nobody's gonna keep laughing if they feel their life is in danger or they feel like they about to be set up and all this shit. So I don't know. I think it's a play. So that's why the title of this video is SD, Jade, and Emily, the big play. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see what's gonna happen with this story. Is it over or is it gonna continue? I don't know. But till then, you know where to find me at. SWAGG TV, man. Jake Banger. Gone.